Hey everybody, we're back with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, safely ensconced in her bedroom in London. Let's talk about you know, Fleabag, obviously the only perfect television show ever made, but it started as a stage show, and I understand you brought it back last year, had a sold-out run in New York and in London, right?
Yes.
So what are you
Yes.
doing now that people need to know about? I love this idea.
So what we're doing now is when all the theatres closed in the UK, and I think it was around the same time in the US. We were sort of me and the sort of Fleabag team started talking about how we could do something to help the community, the theatre community, but also the wider community. Basically, how we could just raise money. And we had in our back pocket the National Theatre live recording of the play in the West End last year. And that was actually screened into some cinemas, but hasn't ever been on TV and it's never been able to be streamed or anything. So everybody sort of banded together and decided that everyone waived their fees, all the producers got involved, and then Amazon came on board and Soho Theatre on Demand. Soho Theatre was where the play first started. And we've now managed to put the show online, this one-off recorded performance online to be streamed for a minimum of £4, which I think is about $5. Mm-hmm. And all the money, all the proceeds from it goes to charities working on the front line, working to support people on the front line of the coronavirus pandemic. So,
and where can they stream it?
They can stream on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
In the US, and in Canada, it can be streamed on the Soho On Demand website, which is the UK-based website. Mm-hmm. And it's a slightly different experience from the TV show because it's a one-woman show. It's where the whole thing started. So it's a 70-minute monologue by me, if you can bear it. And it's basically the origins of the TV show. It's a little bit darker, a little bit weirder, a little bit ruder than the.
I have a confession to make. Is that I got the link last night, and I have not watched it.
Okay.
Because that's my style with you. But I wanted to watch it because my wife said, "Oh, we've got this great. Let's watch it." And again, my daughter said, "No." She said, "You can watch it by yourself, but you cannot watch it with your children because she goes, it's a little darker, it's a little rougher."
She knows. Oh, I love that she's watched it. Thank you for watching it.
So why is the stage play a little bit, I'll use the word racier. Why is it a little racier, a little darker than the show? Because the show didn't seem to be pulling its punch.
Yeah. It really delves into the psychology more because it's a monologue. There's a lot more of her point of view and the harsher perspective she has on the world, and she's much less the characters. I mean, it's sort of hard because there's a lot of, she's very sexually candid, but she uses it in a sort of way to control the energy in the room. Whereas it had a kind of cheekier element to it in the TV show, and it's all tied into her own psychology and her own lack of self-worth and all that. But in this show, she's much spikier, and so her perspectives on the world and on people and how she believes that everybody values her and everybody else by how attractive they are, and she's a porn addict, and there's a lot. You find out a lot more about the kind of darker corners of her psychology. And also there's a couple of more uncomfortable events that happen to other characters in the show at the end. One in particular. But yeah, so if you want to enjoy that,
I'm sold. By yourself.
Yeah, by
not
yourself,
with your children.
Absolutely no family around. But yeah, the really wonderful thing is that we feel that so many people were trying to, and us as well, were trying to find ways to entertain people at the same time. People were trying to find ways to raise money, and with this, endeavour, we thought, we might have an opportunity to do both. And we're really, really, really excited now that it's gone on to Amazon Prime to say that we are now also, as well as the money we're raising going to the NHS and the charities here in the UK, we are now also giving some of what we raise to Broadway Cares, which is a charity in the US that raise money to look after people in the theatre community who have now obviously lost jobs and potential future prospects and everything. And it's really important to remember that the theatre community isn't, as I well know, and I imagine you probably know as well from your own experiences, isn't just the glitz and glam of the West End. It's not. We always think it as its glamorous facade, and actually it's companies up and down the country working so hard to bring communities together, like put on plays, in schools. It's the behind the scenes, the technicians, the set builders, the box office people. Everybody there is working together to create this incredible cultural community that we have. That's where Fleabag started, and we were so embraced in New York. We just wanted to, give back a bit at this time.
That's lovely. That's lovely.
Thanks.
Hey, before I let you go, and obviously you're under no legal obligation to answer this question, though, as a member of the talk show community, you are sworn in right now. What is the Fox? You don't have to tell me. You can't.
What do you think the Fox is? Oh my God, you slumped so much that you're so disappointed.
No. But now I'm sorry I asked, because if I say what I think the Fox is, I think the Fox is the Hound of Heaven.
Now, I wish that was my answer.
I fled him down the nights and down the days. I fled him down the labyrinthine ways of mine own soul. I hid from him under running laughter. And that, you know the poem?
Yes, I can't believe you're just reciting it like this.
And at the very end, when the hound finally catches the man, it says, "O fondest, blindest, weakest, it is I whom thou seekest. Thou dravest love from thee who dravest me."
I'm completely blown away. Yes, that's what it is. And that's what can you do that whenever anyone asks what I said the Fox was?
We'll just have this printed out and put on a blue card for you. You can distribute it to people. Phoebe, thank you so much for being here. It's been a delight. Our best to your sister.
Thank you.
And thank you for giving us a pear to our lemon tonight.
Thanks for having me on.
Fleabag National Theater Live is available to stream on Amazon right now. All proceeds will go to charity supporting those affected by COVID-19. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, everybody. Thanks, Phoebe. We'll be right back.